Guys, we've had it all wrong. You notice something about this plane? You notice something that's completely and utterly wrong? You notice something about this plane that's wrong, this plane that's wrong, this plane that's wrong, this plane that's wrong. Every single plane here is just completely and utterly wrong. Now you may be asking, what is wrong with all those planes? Like, you just saw them, they look like perfectly good planes. They're actually quite beautiful planes. But according to NASA, they are all wrong and symmetrical wings are bad. So recently I was looking at YouTube and the other guy sent me this video with this plane. And this plane does not have a symmetrical wing. It in fact has the opposite. So we are going to be trying to recreate this one wing rotating design and see if it works in Trailmakers as well as it supposedly did in real life. Okay, so there we go. We have some lovely plane action going on here, but as you can tell, there are no wings. Now, that doesn't really matter because this is a rocket, apparently. Why is this flying so nicely? Okay, anyways, that is not the point of the video. We need wings so that we can actually fly this thing, not like a rocket. Now, according to this video I watched, the wings should not be like normal wings. So we're gonna slap some normal wings on here. Okay, so there are some normal wings. It doesn't look like they're way too far back, but they're actually too far forward. Wow, okay. Anyways, this plane flies, right? Not great because of the wing placement. That's fine because we're about to change the wing placement completely and utterly. Okay, so according to this video, if I take all of these bad boys, just lift them up, take a servo, one of these guys, rotating servo, put it there, and then take some straps. We'll use shielding because it looks prettier. I will slap some shielding on. And now, when we click number 1, that should rotate. That'll be on toggle, and forgot to change these. Okay, not that that matters a whole lot, but now when we press 1, bam, I can't see anything possibly going wrong with that, right? Like, this just feels so wrong on so many levels. Set the angle to, we'll start low, like 10 degrees. Okay, so the idea is we can take off, let's add some slidey sled tracks to the bottom of this so we can take off a little nicer. Let's go. Let's take off. Oh, that was a bit rough. Oh my goodness, the lift is way too far forward. Yeah, it's pulling up like mad. Okay, we need more weight in the front. But let's test this. Press number 1. Wait, why is this still flying straight? Okay, let's adjust our lift real quick. Or our weight balancing. That's looking pretty balanced. Okay. Let's take off. Get level. And I'm not touching it. Okay, so we're still pitching up quite aggressively. Let me fix that. Okay, that's better. That's good enough for testing purposes. Okay, so we're flying. How fast do we fly if we fly straight? 300 and that much. Okay, if I press 1, yeah, that's a subtle difference. Doesn't really make a difference, we'll say. But if I don't touch the controls, we're still just slightly lifting up. We're perfectly fine. Okay, so let's take this to the little more extreme, and we can still glide incredibly well with the wings out like this. Okay, here we go. Let's double it. 20 degrees. Okay, that is much more significant. Let's line up on the runway and take off. Pull back. Okay, we're flying. And well, actually, no. Let's get up to top speed. Apparently, this makes us go faster, according to real life physics or something. But okay, that's flying about straight 350 when going straight. Let's press number 1. Oh, you can see there's a little bit of roll going on. I do have to hold it steady. We are going faster though. And this is not uncontrollable. Like, we can still maneuver, roll both ways. This is very much still flyable. Okay, this is feeling more and more wrong the further we go. But we have to test it. We have to push the limits of this game. And go in for a nice landing and up it again. 40 degrees? Do we double it again? Just gonna quickly pull off a beautiful landing here. Now, and you know what? Part of it, the bigger we swing this, the more momentum it's gonna have when we swing. So let's slow this down, and then let's double it again. 40 degrees, and yeah, that's not colliding with anything. Let's take off and test this. Lift off. In the air, get back up to our max speed, about 350, 343. Yeah, okay. And press number 1. We are going faster, 380. And you know what? I'm not touching the controls. There's a slight roll, but that is so controllable. What the heck? You can roll both ways. I honestly did not think this was going to work in Trailmakers. I mean, if I looked at it, I would say it probably wouldn't work in real life either. But NASA tested it, and it did. So this is kind of crazy. Okay, we got to see how far we can take this, how fast we can make this jet. Yeah, we put them back to flat. Look at all that speed we lose. The aerodynamics matter, and somehow, by some miracle, it doesn't absolutely throw us out of the sky when we rotate the wings. And look at that. So we can go fast, but then we can also glide decently well. I mean, considering the weight and size of the plane, it's not going to be a glider per se, but that can fly at slow speeds easily. Angle 50 degrees. Now I know. Alright, so I'll move the tail wings into the center. I should make those symmetrical. Although maybe it doesn't matter, you know? We're testing the whole symmetrical thing. Yeah, this does not look like it should be able to fly straight, but we're going to test it. Full throttle into the air we go. Look at that takeoff. So let's get up to our good speed of 340, 350. Yep. And let's press 1. Okay, it's a little unstable. And we're actually not flying too much faster than we were. Oh, 390. I don't think we saw 390. But we are losing a little bit of stability. Like if I go here. Okay. Go flat. Oh, I need this plane to be flatter so I can test this better. If I rotate it, yeah, you see we get a little bit of roll. But honestly, it is easily controllable. Like, you can still do barrel rolls in the other direction, barrel rolls in that direction. You can pull up and you go way faster, like almost 50 kilometers an hour faster. "400 kilometers an hour is what we saw there. So the question is, can we go all the way to a straight 90? Because at a straight 90, it would be back to symmetrical lift, right? So let's take this and let's make it 80 degrees. Okay, we're having a little bit of issues there because that does cause a collision. So let's see how steep we can go without a collision. 80. Okay, 60 degrees, and I'm just going to move these slightly backwards. And I'm going to move this weight in the front forward some, just to try to balance this out a little bit more. Okay, lift is way behind the mast now. Not way behind, but behind. So let's press number 1, no collisions. If this flies without just flipping me out of the sky, I am going to be amazed. Okay, we're cruising. Let's level out and let's press it. Okay, you know what? That is controllable. We can comfortably fly at 410 kilometers an hour. That is insane. And think about how much stronger a mechanism like this would be over 2 of these for swept wings. This is kind of crazy. Low speed flight mode. Fast speed flight mode. That is bonkers. Okay, I'm going to make a mode of this that can rotate right up to 90 degrees. Quickly come in for a landing. Okay, this is looking like a folded up helicopter now. And honestly, I don't think this is gonna work because the lift is now off balance, which might have been an issue in the first one. Maybe we could remove all of that roll if we balance the center point of the rolling first. Okay, let's test this first, and then we will check out that. So this should honestly, I don't know if it will be faster or slower off the base model with the wings missing, because now there's extra drag behind the seat, but we'll see. About the same speed. Okay, and now we press number 1. Yeah, that's not good. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Okay. So we're gonna move this whole system. Nope. We want the wings to stay in the same place, but we want this mechanism to move backwards, right? So that it's pivoting around the center of the wings. And now the wings are balanced over the head, right? So will this be able to fly? My bet is still on no, but you know? Yeah, I think I was right there. There's just not enough horizontal stabilization on either side. So let's see how extreme we can go. So we tested 80 degrees. No, we have not tested 80 degrees. We tested 60 degrees, and this should work, right? Now that we're more centered, it should be more balanced, I think. Okay, so we'll fly, level out, and why is this so balanced? I'm not touching anything. What in the world? If we level out here, there is a bit of roll, but all things considered, that's pretty stable. I mean, IRL, a fly-by-wire system could control this easily, and we do gain lots of speed if we put the wings back out. Look how much slower we go. Okay, let's bump it up a little bit. How angled can we go before it absolutely tosses us out of the sky with no return? 70 degrees. I'm gonna make that rotate just a little bit slower. Okay, maybe a lot bit slower, so that there's less torque when it rotates. And let's do this. Let's take off. Into the sky we go. And we're rotating. No way there's still control. That is insane. Like, not touching anything. There's a little bit of roll. But that is by no way or means uncontrollable. We can still do a barrel roll all the way over the other way. That's insane. And we're flying at 410 kilometers an hour. I mean, it changes when you go up and down and whatnot, but that is crazy. And think about how much less vulnerable you are to shots, right? You're more compact, you're a smaller target. It's crazy. We gotta up this to 80 degrees. Here we go, 80 degrees. This is like almost 90 degrees. There's just a hair on each side for stabilization. It's basically the width of the rear tail. Let's take off. Okay, we're flying. Okay, that really wants to pull. But we can still counter it. What the heck? 436 kilometers an hour. But yeah, it really wants to pull you over there. So I'm going to say that's not flyable. So somewhere between 7 and 80 degrees is the limit. Let's go 75. Actually, you know what? We'll go 79. And we're going to test this all the way down. Fold it up right away. So we still have control. But, no, if you try to pull up, you lose it. Not completely. Yeah, maybe a little bit completely. I think we're gonna have to back 2 off, so we'll just go to 75. Okay, 75 degrees. We are flying. Let's level out. And, okay. A little bit of control there. See? Yeah, we can pull up. It's not perfect. Definitely lose some of your controllability. But this is very flyable. You can do barrel rolls. Come on, barrel roll, barrel roll, barrel roll. Yeah, that is like not perfect. But that, I would say that's flyable. Okay, I could do some more skill, but that is flyable. This is an epic. I did not expect this was gonna work. If you thought this would work, go down in the comments and let me know. But that That is crazy. So I'm gonna give this guy a little paint job, and we'll see what he looks like. Well guys, it's here. Now you might be saying, wow Overlord, that paint job is absolute dog water. And you know what? You'd be right, unless you realize it's a hot dog. You got some ketchup, you got some mustard, you got your buns, and you got your hot dog. It just looks stupid when it's not in flight mode. I know, that is the worst, still the worst paint job ever. But I'm going to show you how this thing works, even though you've been watching the whole video, and let's be honest, you probably skipped to the end to see what would happen. So this is what happened. We created a plane that by some miracle still works when you rotate the wings in. It's a little unstable, but this hot dog flies at over 400 kilometers an hour. You'll just have to trust me because my screen's not turned on. 1 second. Gonna switch to this. Remember the control. Okay, I'm gonna prove to you right now that this works. We are gonna fly back at approximately 340 some kilometers an hour. We are flying back at approximately 340 some kilometers an hour. Now I'm gonna press number 1, and you will watch as that beautiful speed climbs to over 400 kilometers an hour. You're welcome. I proved it. We have a rotating wing hot dog flying plane. It is beautiful. If you like this video, why not consider leaving a comment, subscribing, and maybe just clicking that like button. I guess it'd make the most sense out of all of those things. Anyways, until I see you next time. See ya. Call this plane ugly all you want. Nothing beats a buttery smooth landing like that.